Throughout the history of professional wrestling, managers have played a pivotal role in the success of some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. From guiding their clients to championship gold to providing entertaining and memorable promos, managers have left an indelible mark on the industry. In this video, we're going to count down the top 5 wrestling managers of all time based on their impact, influence, and overall legacy. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette is a name synonymous with wrestling, and for good reason. As a manager, Cornette had the ability to captivate audiences with his controversial personality and razor-sharp tongue. He knew how to cut a promo that could rile up a crowd and keep them engaged throughout a match. Cornette's managerial career was marked by a long list of notable clients, including the Midnight Express and Yokozuna. He helped guide the Midnight Express to multiple tag team championships, and their battles with the Rock and Roll Express are still talked about to this day. Cornette also played a pivotal role in Yokozuna's rise to stardom in the WWF, managing the Samoan powerhouse during his first 2 championship reigns. Despite his many accomplishments, Cornette's career was not without controversy. He was often criticized for his comments and behavior, both in and out of the ring. But love him or hate him, there's no denying that Jim Cornette was one of the greatest wrestling managers of all time. Number 4. Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth is regarded as one of the most iconic wrestling managers of all time. She was a trailblazer in the industry as one of the first female managers, and her tenure as the manager of Macho Man, Randy Savage remains one of the most memorable in wrestling history. Her poise and elegance were a perfect complement to Savage's wild and unpredictable personality, making them one of the most beloved duos in wrestling. But Miss Elizabeth's impact wasn't limited to her time managing Savage. She was involved in many other storylines and feuds throughout her career. Her ability to add depth and emotion to these storylines was unmatched, and her presence added a level of sophistication to the product that wasn't always present in the testosterone-fueled world of wrestling. Number 3. Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was one of the most successful managers in professional wrestling history. He was a master at hyping up the crowd and knew how to get his wrestlers over with the fans. His most famous protege was Hulk Hogan, who he managed during Hogan's early years in wrestling. Hart also managed many other big-name wrestlers, including Bret Hart and Jerry the King Lawler. He was known for his flamboyant outfits, including his signature megaphone, which he would use to shout instructions to his wrestlers. Hart's talents weren't limited to just managing, as he was also a talented musician who composed and performed many of his wrestlers' theme songs. His contributions to the world of professional wrestling are undeniable, and his legacy as one of the greatest managers of all time is secure. Number 2. Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is a name that is synonymous with professional wrestling. His impact on the industry as a manager is undeniable, having managed some of the biggest names in wrestling history. Heyman's career spans decades, and he has left an indelible mark on the business with his unique approach to managing. Heyman is known for his ability to captivate an audience with his promos and his innate understanding of what makes a wrestler tick. He has managed wrestlers from all walks of life, and his work with Brock Lesnar and CM Punk is particularly noteworthy. Heyman's influence on the wrestling industry is still felt today, and his legacy as one of the greatest managers of all time is secure. Number 1. Bobby Heenan. Bobby the Brain Heenan is widely regarded as the greatest wrestling manager of all time. He had a unique ability to not only manage his wrestlers but also entertain the audience with his quick wit and comedic timing. Heenan was known for his incredible promo skills and ability to turn a phrase, which made him one of the most quotable personalities in wrestling history. One of Heenan's greatest strengths was his ability to play the heel manager to perfection. He would constantly interfere in matches and use every trick in the book to help his wrestlers win. Heenan's natural charisma and ability to get under the skin of both the wrestlers and the fans made him a master at generating heat and drawing crowds. Another aspect of Heenan's success as a manager was his eye for talent. He was responsible for discovering and managing some of the biggest names in wrestling, including Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, and Mr. Perfect. Heenan had a knack for finding wrestlers with natural charisma and turning them into superstars. Finally, Heenan's impact on wrestling extends beyond his career as a manager. He was also a color commentator and provided commentary for some of the most iconic matches in wrestling history. Heenan's wit and humor added another layer of entertainment to wrestling broadcasts and helped to elevate the art of commentary. In summary, Bobby the Brain Heenan's incredible promo skills, ability to generate heat, eye for talent, and impact on wrestling as a commentator make him the greatest wrestling manager of all time. Thank you for tuning into our video on the top 5 greatest wrestling managers of all time. We hope you enjoyed our analysis and discussion of these legendary figures in the wrestling world. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our future content. If you have any other suggestions for top 5 lists or wrestling topics you'd like us to cover, leave them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time on German Suplex.